afternoon. How are you doing? I wish you're all doing great. So today we're going to complete Unit 12, Can I Take a Message? So let's first get ready to listen and speak to see these pictures in front of you of different kinds of phones. And we have also their names from A or listed from A to F. For example, A, we have Crooked phone, which is number 3, if you see it. And also we have mobile phone, which you can guess that it is number 4. Digital cordless phone, I think it is number 6. Hands-free phone, I guess it is number 5. Public phone, it is number 2, and satellite phone, it is number 1, I guess, for my information. So please tell me if you have a different view or different thought of these pictures with their names. Okay, so let's start with A, listening A, taking a message. Let's first listen to listening 25. Listen to Karen, a personal assistant, take a telephone message. What does the caller want to do? Okay, so let's listen and decide what does the caller want to do.
25. Hello, this is Kieran Donnelly speaking.
Hello. It's James Green there.
No, I'm afraid he's out of the office right now. I'm his personal assistant. Would you like to leave a message?
Yes, thanks. I was supposed to meet him at 2 o'clock this afternoon, but something has come up. I wonder if we can rearrange it to 4 p.m. instead, and maybe meet here in my office. That's in Building 3, rather than in the main building.
Okay, so meet in your office in Building 3, not the main building, at 4 o'clock, not 2. Got it.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll make sure he gets that. What's your name, please?
Kenji Fujita. That's Kenji. Fujita, Fujita.
Okay, and does he know what number to contact you on if there's a problem?
He's only got my cell phone number. My office number is 0207-772-994. That's direct.
Sorry, what was that last part again, please?
772-994. Oh, and can you please ask him to call me before 1:30 to confirm? I'll be in the meeting after that.
Will do.
Okay, thanks very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for your call.
So, what do you think what the caller wants to do? Does he want to rearrange a meeting or set up a meeting or what? I guess he's trying to change the meeting or to rearrange the meeting again because, I don't know, there's something happened to him. Okay, so we will change some arrangement and please tell me if you have a different idea. So now let's move to speaking B, getting it right. The speaking strategy that is used here is to repeat or repeating key information. In order to be fully understandable and also to understand fully, you have to repeat some key information as we have mentioned in the previous units, let us say, or lectures. So you have to repeat these key information in order if you have something wrong or if you understand something wrong, the caller assistant will go to correct you. So look at this extract. Notice how Karen repeats only the key information. For example, Karen said, okay, so meet in your office in Building 3, not the main building, at 4 o'clock, not 2. Got it? Okay, so Building 3, not the main building. At 4 o'clock, not 2 o'clock. So Karen, who is the personal assistant, tried to understand fully what the other person is speaking about and what are the details of the meeting going to be in order to fix them and to write them down in order not to have future mistakes. Number 2, here are some expressions you can use to notify the caller you are going to review their message. Okay, so you can use one of these expressions in order to make use of this strategy. For example, okay, so, and you can complete. Another one, which is, right, I think I've got that. Another one, which is, let me repeat that just to make sure, and you can complete. And the fourth expression is I'll just go over that to confirm. Okay, so you can just say one of these expressions before you repeat the keywords, and then you can repeat whatever you think that you misunderstand or you want to be sure about. Now let's move to speak up 3. We will listen to lesson 26 and try to imagine you are a personal assistant. So you are going to take the role of Karen while your boss is out of the office. 5 people call and ask you to take a message. Listen and repeat the key information. So we are going to listen to those 5 people and try to listen and take key information from them. And you can, of course, make use of the expressions that we've talked in 1 and 2, speaking B. Now let's listen to lesson 26 and try to make a conversation with the computer.
Recording 26. A.
Can you say that I'll be about 30 minutes late? If she wants to start the meeting without me, that's fine, because I can't guarantee exactly when I'll be there. The traffic's terrible.
So, for example, you can say, okay, you'll be about 30 minutes late, and it's okay for the meeting to start without you. So let's move to B.
Tell her I can't find the blue file. That's the one with the sales figures for this month. I need it urgently because I have to prepare for tomorrow's meeting.
Okay, so you can repeat the only keywords or key information in order to be sure for this call. For example, you say, okay, so you need the blue file with this month's sales figure, I think, and you need it urgently, right? You can use or say the information or repeat the information in your style. If you don't, or if you are out of words, you can just make use of these expressions before in the previous slides, and then try to repeat the information in the listening. Now let's move to listening C.
C.
Please can you tell her that Tina from accounts called? I need to have a completed expense form from her by Friday lunchtime, or she won't get her expenses back this month.
So this woman needs to complete her expense form and send it to her in accounts by Friday lunchtime. Okay, so she wants the sending to be late. Okay, now let's move to listening D. Okay, so let's listen together.
D. Please tell her I've managed to change her flight from 10 a.m. to 3:30, and a taxi will pick her up outside her apartment at midday. When she arrives in Paris, Mr. Wilkinson will be there to meet her.
So I guess this man wants to change the flight to 3:30, I guess. Okay, so you can please just repeat the key information from this recording and also the next recording, which is A. Let's listen to it together.
E.
Can you say the best price we can do is $1,500? That's including delivery and free installation. We need an answer tomorrow morning by 11 at the latest, or she'll lose the order.
So this woman has mentioned the price of $1,500, I guess, including delivery and installation. And also she needs to be answered, or she needs an answer before 11 tomorrow. Okay, so you can repeat this information by make use of the expressions that we've took in the previous slides. Okay, now let's move to focus on telephoning. Choose one word to complete each sentence. We have 7 words in front of you, and we have 7 sentences, I guess. So we are going to complete the sentences from A to G with the words in the brackets, or in the box, let us say. So A, please don't hang up. Very good. Okay, so we make use of these sentences in special or in particular with telephoning. So let's just have some information and or adding some vocabularies if we don't have. Yes. A, please don't hang up. Yes, good. B, I'll just put you on hold, right? Okay. Number 3, or C, can I call you back later? Very good. D, can you put me through? Very good. A, when shall I give you a ring? Very good. And F, it's great to hear from you. Very good. J, I always get the engaged signal. Match the words and phrases that mean the same American English, British English. We have some words or phrases, let us say, that we use in British accent and we use the same in American accent. So let's match what does each phrase in American accent would mean in the British accent. So we are going to match from 1 to 5 to A to E. Okay, first, to call collect means to reverse the charge. Number 2, sell, we say sell in American, it means mobile in British accent, so 2 is matched to A. Yes. Number 3, toll free, we say toll free in an American accent, but a free phone in a British accent, so we are going to match a 3 to D. Okay, number 4, busy, we are saying engaged in British accent. Yes, very good. Number 5, call box. We have B, phone box, which is the last one. So instead of saying call box, we say phone box in British accent. We have a learning tip here. When you take a message, it is a good idea to repeat the important information back to the caller to make sure you have understood correctly. This also gives the caller an opportunity to confirm all the details are correct. Just summarize the important points, and there is no need to repeat the message word for word. Okay, so just try to be as short and simple as possible and mention only the key information without repeating the whole speech that is said by the caller. Now let's move to speaking C, making sure you have understood. So after finishing with getting it right, now we are going to move to another, or to make use of another strategy, which is asking for clarification. So here, in order to make sure that we have understood fully, we need to ask for clarification if we misunderstood some points, or if we miss some points, let us say. So number 1, look at the phrases below you can use to ask a caller for clarification. We can use these 4 expressions in order to ask the caller for more clarification. For example, you can say, sorry, what was the last part again, please? Number 2, is that spelled blah blah blah? You can just repeat the spelling, especially if you are not sure how to write down this word, or for example his name, or his family name, or where he lives, or whatever. Yes, the third expression is, did you say blah blah blah? You can use this expression also in the previous strategy. And finally, you can use, you said blah blah blah, right? Yeah, for example, you said your name is Karen, right? You can use whatever information after the expression you said, and then you have just to put the word right with a question mark, with a raising tone, and if you are speaking, of course. So now let's move to speaker 3, listening 27 or 27. Listen to each person leave a message and ask for clarification to check you have understood. Okay, so we will listen to listening 27 and try to ask for clarification and check that we have understood each situation, like we did in the speak up 3 of the previous speaking B. Let's listen together and try to make clarification together.
Recording 27. A. Yes, please. Tell her Mr. McGregor called, would you?
So, for example, the word McGregor is something that for me, I myself would not be sure of the spelling of it correctly. For example, I'm going to say, is that spelled as MACJ blah blah blah. Okay, so let's move to B and try to ask the caller for more clarification.
I think that's everything. Oh, and say she can reach me on extension 349 if she needs to.
Okay, actually I didn't understand this one, so I'm going to say, pardon, what did you say? Or please can you repeat the last part if you don't mind? Okay, so let's move to C.
C.
So the meeting will be at the hotel next Friday in a Baker Suite.
So are you saying that the meeting is going to be at the Baker Suite? Okay, you can just use your style, of course, to have a question or to ask a question for the caller.
D.
And her flight number is TX743.
Did you say her flight number is TX743, right?
E. And please say I can't process his order without written authorisation and either Form VS901 or VS942A, depending on the insurance classification.
Okay, so I'm going to leave this one or the last one for you guys. Please try to answer me on the private or on the chat model. So this is all for our lecture for tonight. I wish you the best of luck and thank you for your time and for your listening and also for participation if you are going to do in the Telegram or on the Telegram or on the model. So thank you and see you next lectures. Goodbye.